Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that shit.
OD can't manage. I mean, the day just got away from me.
What's up, my gassy gigglers? You're about to get gassed up. Gas doesn't always mean fart. Sometimes it means we're about to pop off, and that's what's going to happen this episode. What are you texting?
I was, yeah.
I was trying to get people pumped up.
Sorry.
Chris is pumped. That's all that matters. Chris is pumped.
I actually wasn't listening to any of that because I did get a text message that I literally had to respond to.
Honestly, it was so unimportant, everything I said. Like, I wasted everyone's time the last 30 seconds. What happened? What text did you
Just
get?
like a work text, nothing like fun.
Mm.
But I just had to, say yes.
Mm.
You know those.
I know, girl. When you have to work.
No.
And then they come. This is the thing about work.
I hate work.
No, but like when you're an entrepreneur, your texts are either like a sweet text from your friend or like something really important.
No, everything is always like code red. Like, we need your answer now. I'm like, guys, I talk about like makeup and beauty products. What could be the problem? What could really be so pressing?
Oh my God. Speaking of work, I was in a work brunch this morning. I got like brunch with someone.
Oh my God.
And you know when you like get
I hate a work brunch. First, let me just say that. Because it's like, okay, so like you couldn't fit me in for lunch, which is like the most important meeting of the day. Obviously.
Say what it is. It could have been a Zoom. And
could've
that
been a
Zoom could have
Zoom.
been an email.
I rarely want to meet in person.
No, it was like an interview type thing. And for some reason, when you're eating and you also feel like you have to talk, which is how I eat, it's very easy to choke.
No, you going on any sort of eating meeting is
just fighting for your life.
Those people don't know you. Those people don't know you. Don't go in business with them. They don't know you. Like, if you're sitting down to a table, you're munching. You're looking at the menu.
I ordered pancakes and they looked at me funny. I was like, it's brunch. And then I was like, can you...
Everyone probably got like a boiled egg.
They were actually talking. I was like, hold that thought. Can I have a side of bacon? And that
like,
was
sorry, I need special sauce. Do you guys have special sauce?
I'm like, do you guys want bacon too? Do we all want bacon? And they're like, can we just focus on task at hand?
One time I went on a brunch meeting and I walked in and I was so excited because I was like, oh, it's so cute in here. I'm like going to actually get like a really cute little breakfast.
Yeah.
And then it was a vegan place. I looked around at the people and I was like, why would you bring me here?
Once I went to a vegan place and I ordered eggs and I didn't know it was vegan. And that was violence.
What are the vegans doing for breakfast? It's literally not their meal.
There has to be a warning outside. That's like a con.
Eggs, bacon, like what else is breakfast?
It was, look, we support the vegan community.
Is yogurt vegan?
No.
Dairy free?
Is butter vegan?
Is butter a carb?
So
no, that's how I feel.
Long story short.
Oh, right.
When you're in a meeting and you're like, look, it's a high risk for a choking moment.
Mm-hmm.
But you know when you choke and you're like, I can handle this one?
Yes.
Like you're like, this is going to pass really quick. And you're like, I'm choking. And
Sorry.
then you get there. But then you know when it hits the wrong something and you're like, this is going to take at least 15 minutes.
Sorry, I'm actually choking.
No, but you're not actually choking. You're just like...
something scratching
If
my
I
throat.
could, I would love to like cough my brains out for like 3 minutes. But instead, I'm going to go for the next 20 minutes.
No, and you have to like take a sip of water and you're like, no, I'm fine. And you have to like move your neck because you're like, maybe if I just move, it'll go down. That seems to happen to me a lot with like chips, like Tostitos. People don't talk about the actual death hazard that they are.
Because they get wedged.
They get wedged. And you're like, sorry.
Also popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn is a choking hazard.
You know what it is? I talk and I eat too fast.
Mm-hmm.
I heard on TikTok that
you're a quick eater.
But I realized I'm actually quick with everything. And this came up on my TikTok. They were like, are you a girl with high cortisol levels? And I was like, yes.
Isn't everyone?
And they go, try to slow down. So I was like, okay. And then I was trying to do things slow.
But you're like,
and Jess was like, are you okay?
Like you just turned into a sloth.
Because I actually do things like little tasks like
Wait, this is how different our algorithm is because I recently got a TikTok that was like, if you want to appear more confident in a room, make all your movements slower.
mine is
So I'm like practicing like putting my hair behind my ear. I'm like, how confident does that look? Because it's so slow.
no, I'm just always a bull in a china shop. Like
Always.
that's the energy I bring.
Yeah, like no one would mistake that you took ballet classes when you were little. No.
Like even little things like just pouring
Yeah.
milk into my cereal.
Nothing dainty.
It's gonna spill. Like
Yeah.
I'll bust open this and that's
Yeah.
like it's a mess. And then they were like, and then I'm like, can I do things slow?
Yeah.
Because my dad would always be like, slow down,
yeah.
slow down. And I'm like, why? I need
Yeah.
so I think I might
You sometimes have like
change.
a nervous energy when you want to get something done. You're like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah,
this is
and
my
food
task.
too. I'm
I'm
like,
doing
I
it.
need to eat.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I'm either 100 or
You're
0.
always famished. No, like you've literally are always just coming back from war. You're like, no, I haven't eaten.
I'm also so embarrassing when I'm famished because you're like, have you not eaten all day? And I'm like, I've had 4 meals, but I'm really hungry.
No, the other day I literally got in bed and I was like, I didn't eat. Like, I have to get up and eat. Like, this is crazy. We're just different.
No, I've like while I'm eating, I'm thinking about what I should eat
What's
next.
your next meal?
So anyway, there are definitely different forms of choking
Mhm.
and
And we're just raising awareness.
just raising awareness.
So your friend might say she's not choking, but if she's humming for the next 20 minutes, she in fact has a Tostito lodged in her throat.
I've definitely talked about this before, but Andrew Collin, my favorite story he ever told was how he thought he was choking to death.
And he drove himself
And he
to
drove
the
himself to
hospital.
the hospital and he got there and they're like, are you okay? And he goes, I think I'm choking to death. And they're like, that's not
Like, you're talking.
They're like, you drove 20 minutes here.
No,
Because you're joking.
there's this like tool that like every mom has now that's like a suction cup that you can put in your kid's mouth if they are choking. And honestly, I might get it for Tor just for you. Like, I feel like
As I'm
I should have
shoveling
that
myself.
in my bag. Sorry, my friend's choking.
Also, now that I'm around some moms, like,
I also I feel like your face would turn blue before you like disrupted or like interjected to anyone.
I'm such a people
It's like, I think
pleaser.
Hannah's passed out. I'm like, she's fine. She's literally
she's
fine.
snapping.
She'll come back.
So my sister-in-law has a newborn
Mhm.
and she learned that like sometimes the baby's uncomfortable. Like all babies do is eat and poop, and
Yeah.
sometimes they get kind of like I guess backed up.
Yeah,
or they have
get,
to
like,
fart.
gassy.
So she bought this thing that you just stick in the butt, and it's like an air thing, and then you pull it out, and then you just like blast out.
No way.
I kind of want one. I was like, that looks like it feels fucking good. The release
That's
that point.
the release. Oh my God. I'm like, I wish you remembered being a baby.
But nowadays, that was a crazy high thought. Are you high?
Like, there was a time in your life where you did nothing. Like, someone did every single thing for
Yeah.
you. I wish that you could remember, like, a little bit of it being like, I'm hungry, and then all of a sudden it's just like a bottle in your face.
I just think kids are so funny. I
Mhm.
want to hear myself talk when I was 3. Like, how was I
Yeah.
working out situations when I was 3? Because I know I
Mhm.
had opinions.
100%.
Like, do you ever just envision yourself like when you were little? Just you see yourself like walking around the house and just seeing like the bottom of chairs, kind of. Like, do you have any memory?
Bottoms of
Like,
chairs.
you know, because you're like that
Yeah,
tall,
no, I
and you just
have
see
a
people's
memory.
like shins,
Yeah.
and you're like running around looking at shins, and then like big people are like,
I think when you have kids, I feel like you probably see them do something and you get this rush of like,
yes,
that was me
nostalgia,
as a child.
nostalgia. Did I tell the story about spraining my ankle?
Yeah. No.
You guys,
You've kept this one to yourself.
I can't
When was
believe-
this?
so I think it was like the day after one of our recordings, and then
Okay.
I blocked it. 'cause
What shoes were you wearing?
I'm not.
So you're not
I
at liberty to say?
I refuse. How dare you?
Are you under contract?
I'm under contract and I refuse to say. Because Butter needs to get.
No, I get it.
Butter has a lot of gifts coming in the mail. Butter needs to
You
be
were wearing
provided
something
for.
that rhymes with rocks.
No, I wasn't. You son of a bitch.
Hannah walked in here today and goes, "Look at my high heel Crocs," and I'm like, "I just get out of my face."
Tell them what you really said.
They were really comfortable when I put them on.
And you looked cute.
I wouldn't go that far, but they were comfortable.
You did
Way
not
lighter.
like
I did
cute.
not like
They're
them.
so.
I was not. What?
You said I did not like them.
Oh. I didn't mean to say that.
I did not have sexual relations with those.
That's how I feel like you sound with a tie.
So, I did the Daily Show,
Mhm.
which was so much fun because
Wait, how can we go from laughing hysterically to being so? We do it so often. It's like it's actually not normal. Like
end
okay.
scene.
Quite
on
knowing,
set.
okay, this is a thing for like, it's really important that you and your friend like laugh at the same time, but it's also extremely important that you stop laughing at the same time. You're in like an uncomfortable situation.
I hate when someone laughs for like 5 seconds too long. I would off myself. Like,
Yeah.
what do you do during that time when they're clocked in?
I
eye
like
con-
just smile.
when they walk in eye contact, and you're like, the moment's over, babe.
No, I know.
So I do the
Okay.
Daily Show, and it's actually a really cute full circle moment because it was with Michael Costa, who I played tennis with when I was starting comedy.
Oh wow.
And he's a tennis player. And I remember being like, do you have any advice for like a tennis player to get into comedy? Whatever. So
what a niche.
so niche.
There's just people out here like, if you were a tennis player
tennis
and you
comedy
feel like being
pipeline.
funny, call here. Like what?
He basically was like, they're both individual,
Yeah.
whatever. So it was cool that I got to like sit at the I haven't done that many like TV type stuff, so it was kind of cool. And it was like the set with live people, whatever. So I shoot it, and I was very hungry, but I had to drive to West Hampton
Okay.
from the city, which is a sturdy
Yeah, a two.
almost two.
Yeah.
So I'm starving.
Yeah.
So,
Classic.
I'm foaming from the mouth.
Yeah, you're in pure Hannah mode.
Because I didn't really eat beforehand. So I hadn't basically I had lunch, but I hadn't had dinner yet.
Yeah.
I just hadn't had dinner yet. But I was losing my fucking mind.
Fair
And it
enough.
was like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a late dinner. What are
was-
we, European?
It was the potato famine. And so I Ubered.
Whenever you're hungry, it's literally like the potato famine. It's like my family hasn't eaten. It's like, what, since noon?
I haven't had dinner yet. So I go on Uber, and I love planning an Uber. This is girl math. Getting Uber Eats so that when you get to the house, it's there. So it was like, I found a Mexican restaurant. I wanted enchiladas, and it was like, it's going to take 50 minutes. And I was like, take
I
your
got the
time.
time. Yeah.
Take your time, babe. You put that enchiladas verdes together. You put the sour
Yep.
cream all nice. Cut that avocado.
Don't rush for me, honey.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting back, and I'm watching the guy, and I'm like, we're going together. So excited. I get there, and Des is like, you want to go to bed? And I was like,
I haven't had dinner.
I have dinner coming.
Am
and
I
he
in
was,
trouble? I have not had dinner.
I'm like, you go to bed. I'm waiting for my enchiladas. That'll be here in approximately 5 minutes. And he's like, oh, I would have like made you something or heated up something. And I'm like, I want my enchiladas. I
Yeah.
had like a long work day. This is my little
like,
reward
I'm
for myself.
really because now you're in it. You're like preparing to have enchiladas.
I go, this is the only thing I have to look forward to
Yeah.
in my life right now. So he goes to bed, and it's also like pitch black right now because it's 10 o'clock. So I'm like, starving.
Yeah, no.
Ravenous.
No, that's actually such a long time. Couldn't stop and get a snack for the car, like a bag of chips?
No, because it was like a driver.
Yeah.
Like an Uber guy. So then, and I wasn't going to disrupt him.
Right.
He was busy.
He could have been starving
was
too.
really
He's like,
busy.
he's trying to get home.
You know what's so valid? Imagine you're like, do you want a snack?
No,
On
actually,
me.
I took an Uber home from the Hamptons a couple weekends ago, and my driver was like, "Do you mind if I stop and get a coffee?"
I said, babe,
I'm like,
let's
what
stop
else
at a
are we getting
restaurant.
when we're in there? He's like, do you want to come in with me? I'm like, of course I do. Like,
I go,
we're
we're doing
getting
salty,
snacks.
savory, sweet. What are
I'm
we
like,
doing?
do you like TikTok? I can sit in the front.
So anyway, I love telling long stories for no reason. The guy comes.
No, we
and-
started with like full circle moment just for you to end it with like you didn't get the enchiladas. Is that what we're getting to at?
Oh no, the enchiladas, they came.
Okay.
But so the guy, it was raining outside, and I had to go like down the stairs.
Okay.
So I'm like, I know myself. I do stuff too fast. I'm gonna like break my neck.
Are
on
you
the
wearing
stairs.
shoes or you're barefoot?
I'm wearing shoes.
Okay, and it's raining.
We shall not speak about what shoes.
Okay.
And it's raining, but like a drizzle, like just
Okay.
annoying, like a spit.
Okay.
Do you have any other detailed questions?
Not at the moment. No.
What tone of the wood was the deck?
No, like I'm thinking, like, was it really wet outside? Had it just started raining? Like, are you slipping?
It was like just started raining, like annoying.
Is that why when I came over, you said be careful of those stairs?
Yes.
I was like, what?
But I was like, we're going slow. We're keeping our cortisol levels down. And I took out my flashlight. So I do my flashlight,
prepared.
and I'm going down, and I'm also ravenous. So I'm like, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and I get to the bottom, and there's one more little tiny like lip before the driveway. Like it's not a stair.
Yeah,
it's
and
a
you're
lip.
like, I don't need it.
Didn't see it.
Okay.
I tell you, my ankle snapped.
Are you on the ground? Are you fully on the ground?
So if I had fell, I wouldn't have snapped my ankle. Like, you know when it turns and you kind of go with it?
Yeah.
But for some, I don't know, I just felt it snap. And I haven't snapped my ankle. Not to brag, I have tiny baby ankles, but like a massive calf. So I think I'm prone to ankle sprains.
Yeah.
I might have made that up, but I
think
actually
you did,
think
but
genetic.
Okay.
Like,
What? Who are we to say?
I have a dainty ankle.
Yeah.
She's weak. She's demure.
Yeah.
So I snap it, and when you're in like so much pain, but like this is not the time.
Yeah, like there's something going. There's like a strange man.
This strange man is like in the driveway, like
He's
lost,
"Come
holding
on,
my
lady,
enchiladas.
You're my last delivery.
So when you first sprain your ankle, like adrenaline hits, and like it feels like it's hanging by a thread.
So you're like, my foot is hanging here.
You know what I mean?
I've never snapped my ankle.
No one's sprained an ankle before.
Is no one here athletic? Not a sprained ankle in the house?
No, wait, I guess that's such a sport thing to be. I snapped
No,
my
knock
ankle.
on wood. Never sprained an ankle. Never.
I
You
snapped my
already
ankle.
did it. You don't have to knock on wood. Never broken a bone.
You
Really never had an activity-related injury.
But son, all my injuries happen off the court. Like on the court,
I thought you were going to say off the cuff. I was like, yeah, obviously you're not planning them.
So I'm like fighting for my life.
So are you standing?
Yeah, but I'm like pretending.
You're teetering.
I'm pretending I'm not hurt
Yeah.
walking. I have like one tear
Yeah.
going down my eye. I said, thank you. And I have to walk back up the stairs. And I walk into my crying.
Is this a prime example of your friend is laughing too long and you're like, stop. Stop.
I walk into the bedroom and I go, I've been shot.
I've been shot. I've been shot. No.
I sprained my ankle really bad, and Des goes, no, you didn't.
That is so no, you didn't.
He goes, no, you're walking. You didn't sprain it very bad. And I go, no, like, I think it's going to swell up really quick. And he goes, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. Because we had friends visiting, and, like, the main reason they were visiting was to play tennis with me.
Oh, my.
From Ireland. And it's been planned out.
Wait, I just have to say this. The other day I'm at Hannah's house and we were talking about something and she was like, oh yeah, the people from Ireland are coming. And I like sit for a second. I'm like, the people from Ireland? I'm like, your family? Your in-laws?
The Irish are coming.
The Irish are coming.
The Irish. So we've been planning this like whole tennis, Irish people coming over. The day before, they were coming in like 6 hours. They were like on the plane coming from Ireland. And I snapped my ankle and he's like, you're fucking fine. It's in your head. You're good.
It's in your head.
So then I'm like limping around alone while he's in bed, eating my enchiladas. Wake up.
How were they?
Worth it.
Okay.
So my Mexican Uber Eats was the reason I snapped my ankle. 100% worth it. Would do it again. 10 out of 10.
Mhm.
Next day, wake up, can't put weight on my ankle.
You're kidding.
But that's like some ankle sprains, like give it 24 hours and then it's fine. But like,
And how are you doing now?
in what way? No, it's a lot better.
Like, can you walk? Are you walking fine or you're still like,
I'm walking fine, but I had to get one of those like little ankle sleeves. And then I like tied it up. I was like a little injured
this was
bird.
supposed to be your month of rest. And
No.
And you've had so many crazy things, I feel like.
No, like I need to go back on the road and that's where I'm safe.
well,
Like I thrive in chaos.
I was actually gonna say I feel like maybe you thrive more in like being regimented.
For
Because
sure.
like when you're on tour, like I'm doing this day, this that day.
Yes. Well, it's like get on the plane, sleep at the hotel,
Yep.
perform on stage. Where now, when there's nothing going on, it's like I create chaos.
No, literally.
It's
You've also been shopping a lot. I know you're bored when you send me
when
like
I start shopping for
things-
sconces.
no, literally like things from Revolve. I'm like, how many hours have you been sitting there?
You know I'm shopping when I start sending you things that you should buy.
Yeah, I'm like,
I wouldn't, but this is so Paige. I think that I could dress you immaculately.
wait, I would love we should pick one show
Yeah, that I dress you.
that I dress you and you dress me.
Do you think you can dress me?
I think I could.
Because you have to really go off script.
Okay, so then maybe we do it for like a later
A
date
YouTube video?
show.
Okay.
Like we do it in like December so we can really plan it out, get our sizes.
Can I come for something right now?
Yeah.
No one actually wears slip dresses. Like you buy it, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that like goddess in the
Yep.
summer with this like white slip
Mhm.
dress or like the lingerie dress.
Yeah.
I've never once picked it to wear it. Cause I know I'm never like, oh, I'd rather be more
I'm
naked
gonna stand
tonight.
with you. I'm gonna stand with you.
You never. It's cute, but you never choose it for the night.
Is it even that cute?
It's not.
No.
It doesn't show your curves.
Sometimes it's really matronly, I feel like.
And sometimes like it'll be sweaty or it like there's always a crease in it.
I just feel like it doesn't hit the way. And here's the other thing I know, like midi is really in. I like midi if it's like a very trad wife outfit where like the skirt is like fuller, but midi like tight sometimes, or like not even tight, like kind of loose.
No,
I'm
if you're
just,
gonna
like,
go
I think it
trad wife,
chops your
like
legs
go
off.
full trad wife. Like lean in.
I just ordered a dress that's full trad wife, but I have no idea where I'm wearing it. But I was like, I need it.
Does you're just waiting to become a trad wife?
God, no.
What
but
does it look like?
it's like straight down to like my hips, and then it poofs out, but it's polka dotted.
Oh, I love that.
It's ivory with black polka dots. I got it from Self Portrait.
I love that.
I love it, but I'm like here's like my vision was that like I would wear it somewhere in Europe, but like when am I going there?
When you shop, do you immediately think like what shoes you're gonna wear with it, or like what bag, or what like jewelry, or just like I like that dress or I like that top?
No, I just do like I like that dress.
Okay, good. 'Cause
I
that's what
used to
do.
be like, where am I wearing this though? Like I don't have an occasion to wear this. And I've stopped doing that because every single time like that occasion would come up and I'd be like, I should have ordered that dress.
I do have to do a quick shout out for Burner Phone because occasionally we do an episode that I was like, this is quality. Like, I like this episode. And it was about dumbest purchases.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how you buy stuff for like who the person you want to be?
Yeah.
Like the trampoline.
Yes.
But like, I will buy clothes based on like
Mm.
if I was more interesting
Yeah.
or like the woman I wish I was. But like, you never actually will wear it.
You know what I just bought from Zara? A
Mm.
pair of like low-rise suit pant shorts that are like long.
Jorts.
Yeah, but they're like suit pant material.
But I feel like
Like with a little kitten heel and
it's
like a
super,
tang.
it'll look so cute on
I
you.
think it'll be so cute.
Yeah. And it's comfortable. My thing is like I will buy like the sexiest dress to be
Yeah.
like, she's a vixen.
But you'll never wear it.
Never wear it. Or like,
Well, yeah, you can't be uncomfortable in something like tight or like a zipper. Like I could be getting impaled by a literal zipper and I'd be like, this is fine. This is fine. It looks great.
me
This
during
is
a
fine.
fitting is me just being like, too tight, too scratchy, too loose. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I'll wear something if it hurts.
Yeah.
I actually prefer it.
You're a fucking freak. You're a little fucking freak. Oh, other hot take.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to give a take. I want you to give the take. How are you looking at your
I was looking at the
cheekbones right now?
time because I was like, oh, I didn't know if it was going or not.
Oh. How do you feel about being able to put like 20 posts per Instagram
I think
photo
20 is
now?
excessive. 20 is excessive.
I agree. I think it's too much. I
It's
spent
too
3 hours on
much.
someone's dump the other day. Like I was
No,
like,
20 is like, that's a
It's too-
Facebook album. That's
Grace,
a
do you know what a Facebook album is? Okay, just checking.
That's a Facebook
No,
album.
I obviously 10 was restricting, but sometimes we need some boundaries in life.
No, And that's one of them.
Give me some boundaries. Like, make me pick between some of the photos. I like that. Don't give me freedom.
No.
That's when bad things happen.
And it's also just like, I don't take any pictures. Like I wish I was more aesthetic where in my own life. Like I wish I could see something like food on a table and be like, oh, so cute. I'm gonna take a picture of that. Like my brain just doesn't go there.
But also it's like, do you want your brain to constantly see something and be like, that'll be good for the grid?
Yes.
It goes back to like when I see someone on vacation posting a ton of shit, I'm like, they hate this vacation.
They're bored.
They're bored.
Well, I'm like, how do they get it in? How do they get all the outfits with the perfect hair, with the perfect makeup? Like when I'm on vacation, I do like really think about my outfits.
Yeah.
But then like when it comes time to get ready for dinner, I'm like, it's just my parents. Who gives a fuck?
Also, like if I don't get the shot, we didn't get the shot, babe.
Yeah, like we didn't do it.
I'll try a couple times and then I'm like, it's not for me.
It's not for me.
Sometimes don't force it.
Right.
Sometimes the shot's not happening.
It's not happening. And like enjoy your time with the people you're with. You don't need to get all the shots.
Are we Buddhist?
It does feel that way.
It's giving Buddhism. It's giving Buddhism.
It's giving just like being aware and living in the moment.
No, I know I'm adult right now because I did search for a sconce. I don't know how to put a sconce up.
What type of sconce? You know, it's funny. I have 2 sconces in my apartment right now.
Do you like
nowhere
them?
to put them?
No, I don't know how. There's so many like
you
steps.
You need an electrician.
And that's where they lose me. Where do you get an electrician like that's like trustworthy and knows what to do? That's an electrician.
He's here.
He's here.
You know, it's funny. Like growing up with a dad that like
It was handy.
Was handy, but also very like blue collar. Like he didn't like go into an office.
Yeah.
So like I didn't know that like I didn't know that like your job could be an electrician or like you are the plumber. I just thought like my dad had all these friends that like knew.
You got a guy.
Yeah, because it would always be like, Pete's coming over. Pete's gonna fix the sink. Like, you know, like things like that. So then when I got older, I realized, I was like, oh, these are like professional people.
The world isn't just run by my dad's friends. That's so New York to be like, I got a guy.
I like until like age 8, I thought the whole world was run by my dad and his guys.
The mafia of
No, literally.
Albany.
I remember one time we were going. My dad had to go to the dentist, and the dentist was like, okay, you're going to need like a crown. And my dad said like, okay, well, I have a guy that can make it if you put it in. And the dentist was like, not how this place works.
He's so Italian.
He's like, no, I got a guy who
He goes,
can
how much are you
make
going to charge?
it,
Yeah, I got a guy who'll do it for half.
and I'll bring it in. You put it in my mouth. The dentist is like, I don't. Okay.
So I feel like with my parents, the home was just a home. Like, I don't remember anything being put in. It's just like that was the house.
That's how it was.
That's the house.
Yeah.
So now that I have to like get stuff, it's crazy. And then like Des does actually have a lot of cousins. He goes, we got a plumber.
Yeah.
He's an electrician. And I'm like, well, get him to come over. And he's like, he's got the family. He's busy.
Is Des handy? Like,
you know, I
like,
will never say a bad word about that man.
Yeah, like in like little things.
So he is not handy, but I didn't know because don't even know enough to know he's not handy.
Got it. You're so unhandy.
I thought he was handy. The other day he's like, well, I'm not.
That's a beautiful marriage.
The other day he was like, I'm not like a handy guy. And I was like, you're not? And he was like, babe, have you seen me do anything? And I'm like, but you're a man.
Okay.
You've done more than me.
Say something. Being handy is very important to me because I would put myself on the handier side of the spectrum.
Wait, I totally forgot that you what do you You go to Page's apartment, she's like, zzz.
Oh, my drill bit? I definitely have a drill bit.
What?
A drill bit.
What's a drill bit? What is a drill bit?
Sometimes you got to drill things. I've drilled plenty of things, and my wire cutters, my bolt cutters.
Did you watch Bob the Builder growing up?
No, it was after my time. What was I saying?
You're saying you need a guy who's handy.
I need a guy who's handy because I'm very handy. Like, you want that painting? Up, yeah, I can I'll put that up on the wall. Like there, like I have a level, like I can do all of those
You
things.
saw my place. I literally just have paintings against the
against the
wall
wall.
where I want them
No,
to
I
go
know.
up.
I could come over and fix those.
So this is the thing. If you give him instructions,
He'll do it.
If I get stuff from IKEA or Amazon, he'll put it together. It'll take like 4 hours,
Yeah.
but he'll do it.
I think because like growing up, my dad, like if I came home and like my hair clip broke, my dad would fix it. Like it was never a thought in my brain like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get this fixed by my dad. Like he'll know. Like he'll come to my apartment now and I'll be like, this broke on my bag, and
I
like
think
he'll fix it.
This is fucked up, but like men fixing things is important because
They
what
break
else
a
are
lot
they
of
doing?
things. Yeah.
No, but like what else?
They should know.
What are they doing?
So being handy is really big on my list.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I dated a lot of guys in New York City that couldn't fix things, and I
Yeah.
got the ick.
Yeah.
I was like, if I can fix it and you can't, that's like grossing me out.
The thing is, Des is like a genius, so he figures it out.
Yeah.
But like in like a smart person way, not in a like you just take this wrench and then you gotta pull. Like he'll Google it and shit. But I also, for me, like if a guy's too handy, I don't like it.
Like
Then
you don't want them to have a tool belt.
No, that turns me off. Like if he knows too much about toilets, I'm like, what it?
Yeah.
What?
Get
Like,
in it.
Yeah.
Let me put your head in there. I've always wanted to put someone's head in a toilet.
I also think it's like it gets to the point where it's a little mansplaining too, where they're like, "Oh, the light. Oh, fuck, I got
Yeah.
this." And like it's fine. I just don't want him to be mine. Like I want him to be my guy's friend.
See, I would like if they could fix certain things. Like I will say Craig is like kind of a nerd, so he can fix like all my electronic stuff. Like that I have
that's cool.
no like I don't know any of
Yeah.
that. I'm like just throw it out the window. It doesn't work.
It is
clearly.
fun when you could tell they get joy from like fixing stuff and doing stuff around the house.
You know they really do. And that's
It
and
gives them
that's
a
another
purpose.
problem. I'm like this is just basic living. Like, yeah, fix the ice maker.
Des does get obsessed with like certain things, like a bush. Like he'll be like, "We need to make sure this bush stays healthy," and he's like checking on the bush and like making sure that like certain things are.
Yeah.
Like he'll get passionate about. Like he was obsessed with a tree at one point.
Yeah.
and I thought that was so cute.
I recently got passionate about a plant.
Which plant? What's his name?
It's a girl. I don't let men live in my home. That's fucking crazy. No, actually thinking like almost getting a boy cat. I was like, no, that will throw the whole vibe off. I've had a plant for 3 years that I've kept alive, and I recently had to repot her.
Wait, I'm stressed. See, immediately I'm stressed.
Oh,
I'm
no.
getting a new plant.
I can't get rid of this plant. I think it's like a
Is
lucky.
it the money tree?
Yeah, I think it's like my lucky plant.
Oh wow.
And so I had to get like potting soil that was like for transferring plants.
Already I'm
and
stressed.
then I had to get and I got like all organic, and then Craig like helped me take it out of the original pot and put it in. So like I was very passionate about it. She's gorgeous now.
I love that.
She's now has like a new white like big vase that she lives in. It's stunning.
How's Daphne?
She's just perfect. She's just the most perfect thing I've ever encountered in my life. And here's the other thing. Like, yeah, she likes other people, but like if other people are at my apartment, she's following me around to like different rooms. And I'm like,
She
yeah.
knows who mom is.
Yeah, she's like, that's my mom.
She knows who mom is. I did want to add, side note. Wait, I lost my train of thought of the first thing, but I have a second thing. I'm very into Diet Pepsi by Addison Ray right now. Did you watch the video?
No, I didn't even know.
You know, a lot of people don't know. Not enough people know about it.
I feel like they don't. But wait, I did see a clip, and the guy who's in the music video, who is that?
He's just really hot.
No,
He's
he's
just a-
from something.
He's an actor.
Yeah.
But he's like he's just all jawline. Like he like clenches his all he does is sit and clench his jaw the
I feel
whole
like he was
video.
in like Pretty Little Liars or something.
Yeah,
like,
one of
back in
those
the
like shows
day.
of just like hot people that like
Yeah.
they don't even have to put words together and you're like, this show's really good.
Those are my favorite kind of shows. No, literally, that's like you just described all of the CW growing up.
The CW, yes.
I was like, pop the fuck off.
So it's called Diet Pepsi. And I played it and like it's fucking good.
Yeah, I love her.
Like and I just like got emotional from it. Like I literally got emotional because
Why?
she's been through like a lot of just like
Are you getting your period? No, we just had
no,
it.
but I'm sensitive right now.
Yeah.
But she's just like been through a lot of
Yeah.
doubters.
I wonder what her crazy parents are up to.
Her crazy parents that almost took down her whole fucking career.
What's the song about? Like, what's the sentiment?
Losing all your innocence in the back seat.
Oh my god, that is so not what I thought. You got emotional. So yeah, it's the first time she's being a whore.
Well, it
That's
made
really
me think
emotional.
of. Well, I thought it was so cool because I was like, wait.
What the hell does that have to do with Diet Pepsi?
I love when people call the title of songs like random words in the song and not the chorus.
Yeah.
Like Diet Pepsi is just like one of the lines, but because she could have said in the back seat, but
Yeah.
Diet Pepsi is more interesting, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I love when people like reinvent themselves. I love when like literally no one is rooting for them and they're
Yeah.
like, fuck you. Like
Yeah.
I love doing this shit.
And she's young.
She's young. And this is a fucking great video.
Okay.
It's a great song.
Giggly Squad. Stamp of
approval.
Well,
To Girl Boss Town.
yeah.
But it's all about losing all my innocence in the back seat, and I was like, oh my god, this is what Paige was talking about in Albany.
Oh my
You know, like, no, because like
God.
what as a city girl, like no
Yeah.
one had a car, so I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
this is how like normal people.
As a suburb, we
as
were
a-
having sex in them.
you're having sex car.
Yes.
Well, I did once, but like older.
Yeah.
But like we were like, you'd be in your bedroom.
That's so intense.
No, like it's really intense.
Well, I feel like
and your
well,
parents
I
are like
mean,
upstairs.
you had to like, I mean, my high school boyfriend like did have like a basement
Yeah.
in his like house.
Yeah,
But even still, like he would drive me home. So we would like,
yeah.
you know, you're not gonna like have sex when his parents are like up in the kitchen.
Yeah. But her song was just so cute about like the moment of you're a girl and then I
And
mean
one,
it, you know
and
what's
then one
fucked
day
up?
you're just like a woman.
Well, it's fucked up because we're experiencing like, oh, whatever happens, I am losing something. Like I'm losing this like
Yeah.
innocent side of me where men are like gaining respect
Yeah.
and experience.
Gaining something.
Like,
and we're losing
Chris, did you ever
something.
afterwards? Did you ever afterwards?
Chris, how old were you
did
when
you
you
ever
lost
feel-
your virginity?
Okay, intrusive. Oh, I love this game.
Like 16. Yeah. I'm great at pinpointing.
Did you know that? Did you take
That's
it?
that's my secret power. That would be literally illegal.
Wait,
Wait, when you were 16, how old was I?
I don't know how old you are now.
31.
31. Oh, there's a lot of math.
did Chris, after you lost your virginity, was there a moment where you were like,
Where I
I'm not a little boy anymore, and
I'm a
And-
man.
and I just like lost being pure.
Yeah, like what is a guy's perspective?
I went to all my friends and we were all like, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, remember the
Have you
first?
ever taken anyone's virginity?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I think the first guy I was with, we both were, but like I don't recommend that at all. We were lost. We were scared. And
Yeah.
it was like a half virginity thing. Like I was like, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Everyone lost their virginity half at first, right?
Yeah.
I think if you go full on the beginning,
And
you're not okay.
You should call your mom.
should call your
because
mom.
You got
You
something
should
to be
call
honest.
some more
No,
people.
I feel like every girl was like, oh, no. Maybe next weekend. Like, I'm just like, I feel like it kind of hurts. And like, maybe next weekend. I feel like I used to do that all the time.
I
Like,
still do that. I
can't.
still do that.
Yeah. I'm like, actually, no.
I remember when I realized I was first getting boobs, I
Mhm.
got really emotional. Like I was looking in the mirror and I was like,
I thought I had cancer.
I think everyone thought that.
I was
Wait,
like,
when you first get the hard bump.
Yeah, I'm like, something's really wrong.
And it
Like,
hurts.
Yeah, it hurts so bad. And then, like, here's the craziest thing, though. I was so pumped. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting boobs.
And
And
they
then they
never
just
came.
never came. And I was like, what a mind fuck.
Did I tell you it's so fucked up? I didn't have boobs, and then at 18, I got boobs.
Wow.
It was like
I like just got them. Like in the
Well,
last 3 years.
people were saying that you had a boob. There was a boob job rumor
There
going
was.
around.
I loved when that rumor was going around. That was a good
people
one.
were coming to
I
me.
feel like you started it.
Well, I go. I mean, I can't say she hasn't. I can't say she hasn't. I don't know anything. I don't know for sure. I'm like
Wait,
stirring the pot.
That's my favorite voice you've ever done.
What is that voice?
And I can't
I'm
say
like,
she hasn't.
I can't say she hasn't. I don't know. Also, sometimes my TikTok algorithm's so weird because something will come up about you.
Yeah. Oh God. No.
And I don't like if it's anything like opinion. I'm like I don't want to know. Do not talk. Like I'm
No,
like I'm not.
literally swipe.
I don't want to hear anyone talk. But it's.
Whenever
mostly
I
very
hear my own
positive.
voice on a TikTok, I go,
Boo!
"Oh, that wasn't for me."
Well, sometimes I'll like be enjoying a TikTok and I'm like, that's Paige's voice. But there's a recent one. Do you see the lesbian one that you commented on?
No. Wait, which one?
It was
did I
a girl
comment
being
on?
like Paige Sorbo as a lesbian.
Yes.
And you wrote like, I'm so honored. And
Yes.
that video was like such a compliment.
No. It was such
She-
I actually I got scared because I was like, wait, are the lesbians talking about me? Because like now I feel like if I don't go over, it's like rude.
There was like this like really pretty picture of you looking like powerful, and they were like Paige in like a power lesbian relationship would be like so sick, and everyone was like going nuts, and I was just like, oh my
I am deep in. I think if like we had to ask our phones, who are we based on like the information, mine would say possibly a lesbian. Like I really just think my phone thinks that because I'm always in lesbian TikTok.
Well, let's
drama.
be honest. Lesbian TikTok drama is so much better than straight people drama,
No, it's light years.
which is why the WNBA is amazing.
Have you been seeing that TikTok where girls are asking their boyfriends like, when somebody says the NBA, how do you know if they're talking about the WNBA or like men's NBA? And boyfriends are getting so confused. And like girlfriends are just like, yeah, but like when you say the NBA, how do you know you're not talking about women's? And the guys are like, what? Like what? It's so good. I love it. I love just like really confusing the men sometimes.
I love how boyfriends are just TikTok accessories. They're like, hey, I need you for this trend. And so it's funny.
It's just us trying things on them.
Yeah. And some of the guys go with it so easily, and then some you could tell like we're begged, and then some you
Yeah.
could tell do not want to be there.
Yeah, like they don't know what's happening.
I know what I respect the guys that don't want to be always on camera. I don't like when they want to be on camera
no,
too
I
much.
don't either.
I don't.
Get your boyfriend off camera.
I saw something crazy on TikTok.
Mm.
No, this is gonna blow your mind.
More than you choking at a brunch meeting?
So basically, this person said, fuck, I want to credit them, but it'll probably come up on all your algorithms now. She said that control is all an illusion, but like literally, she said that in LA, you know, the street buttons for the walking sign,
Mm-hmm.
she said they don't do anything, but they just make people feel like they're in control so they don't
I
get
don't
upset.
think they do anything anywhere.
I thought you press it and then you're like in the queue.
Chris, Google if in the queue.
Then
Yeah.
that's very European of me.
You're like, this is an aux cord.
Yeah. Then they said that a lot of elevators, if you press the shut button, like it doesn't do anything.
Okay,
but
now
it's,
that I have a problem with.
it's just there to make people not annoyed.
They're literally called like placebo buttons.
Like we are
On
rats.
all of them?
We are all rats
Yeah.
in a fucking simulation.
Yeah, no, I'm going to have a word with the mayor.
I love how you're like,
Because
get that on my calendar.
no, honestly, we should run for mayor at some point in our lives.
We want
Just
the
for New York
buttons
City.
in the elevators. Well, but also if buttons in the elevators close actually worked, people would be losing limbs. I'd be like,
No.
sorry, Sharon.
You also, like, if you accidentally press an elevator floor, you should be able to unpress it. And that's not a crazy ask.
No, that would have like saved so many relationships.
Yeah.
Or you know when that like annoying kid starts pressing everything and you're like, oh my
No.
god. Once I think someone got in a fight and like pressed all the buttons and then left. And
One of my biggest fears is being stuck in an elevator.
see, I
And I think about it a lot.
Knock
like,
on wood.
Living in New York.
I feel like it would be peaceful. And I'd get like a really funny story out of it.
Okay, great. thought process on that. Way to look at the bright side. As long as I knew they were coming to get me out and there wasn't a possibility that I could drop,
Oh, I didn't think about the drop part.
then I'd fine. I'll stay in there for 5 hours.
Do you know what's so fucked up? I was like, that's such a good excuse to cancel your plans. Like, would you rather go to your plan
Sorry, I'm stuck in an elevator.
or get stuck in an elevator?
Get stuck in an elevator.
So maybe let's have some gratitude for a fucking second. Let's
Yeah.
be positive for a
As
fucking
long as my
second.
phone was 100% charged, like
Do you ever look around and you're like, would I fuck with this group?
yes,
Is
all
this
the
group?
time.
No,
I always
sometimes
think,
I'm like, actually, she looks interesting.
sometimes I'm like, I can't get stuck on the elevator
Not
with
this
these,
one.
not these people. No, I think about it all the time.
I wonder if anyone ever fell in love with getting
don't
stuck in
know.
an elevator with a finance bro.
I'm sure there's like a lot of elevator meet cutes in New York City,
You know what would be hot if you got stuck in an elevator with a guy and then he fixed it
and we're all about handymen.
and full fucking circle. But New York City has no handymen.
No, they really don't.
They don't.
I've dated a lot of guys and they're like, I've dated
A
a lot
lot.
of Jewish men and they said like, no, I'm Jewish. I'm not fixing things.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's, and I'm like, okay. But then I've dated non-Jewish guys.
They can't either.
And they can't fix things either. And they like grew up in New York. So I wonder if it's like, oh, you literally just called, well, probably like you called maintenance in your building.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
So,
still not
like-
handy when something breaks. I'm like, we need a new apartment.
Yeah. No, I love moving furniture on my own. This is one of my favorite things is to just rearrange furniture.
With your like little long fingers, how do you even move
No,
it?
I have crazy strength. Like I moved
You're such a cat.
I moved a crazy table the other day and my assistant walked in and was like, "How did you move this table?" And I was like, "Just pure willpower. I did it with my mind."
You got mom
Yeah, it was just
strength.
like, I need this table moved, so I'm moving it.
I'm blown away. Chris, were you gonna say something?
Not at all.
Okay, great. Good. Keep it that way.
Good. We were just checking. We were I was actually testing
That
you
was
to
a
see if
test.
you were gonna overstep. Oh, do you have anything to say?
No.
We have some good
Me and Chris
questions.
have
We
nothing
have
to
some good
say.
questions from the gigglers that we didn't hit
Okay.
before. If you had to choose an athlete today, which sport?
Golf or tennis?
Why?
One, I feel like it's like very chic.
Mhm.
I'm into like matches. It doesn't seem like they are like they're not going to like camp prior to. They're not having like a big win with their team and going out after.
Mhm.
My outfits could be way better than my outfits could be for like a
This is the
football or
thing.
basketball.
I'm gonna say tennis, not golf for you, because golf you have to stand. I don't see you standing.
No, I'm not standing.
And you walk. Like you.
no, not for my husband.
Tennis would be
no.
so good. You'd be
Yeah.
such a good tennis wag.
I would be a great tennis wag. I would.
I could see you getting into it too. Like the other person hits a winner, and you're
Yeah,
like, this
I would be very
motherfucker."
competitive.
And you'd be the the player would look at you and you'd be like, get it together.
No, if I dated a professional athlete, we would have talks after the game.
You'd be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, like
You're embarrassing me.
you're better than this, and you're embarrassing us.
What are we practicing for?
Yeah.
Do you think this is a joke to you? Did I
Right,
wear
I
this
do
outfit?
my job. Why don't you do yours?
I looked great today, and you're making me look bad.
Yeah.
How is this gonna work?
Right.
Hit your fucking forehand the way
No,
we practiced.
I would actually maybe like I'll have a son and he'll be a professional athlete, and I can
I can so see you becoming like an intense sports
mom. Absolutely.
Also, I can see you like having a Yankee.
Dating a Yankee.
You said that. I said haven't. Like your kid.
Oh,
could
like
be-
my son would be one.
Or a date.
I also want to be Girl Scout troop leader.
I feel like Girl Scouts are canceled.
Are they? No, the Girl Scouts aren't. You can't cancel the Girl Scouts. No,
I
they
think you
just had a
can.
cookie collection. I bought some. I don't think they're canceled.
But you know how guys would be like, I could tie a knot because I was in boys. I hate that shit.
I hate that.
Can you? Would
No,
you-
I don't know.
I
But
told
you know-
my Girl Scout, on my honor, I will try to serve God and my country.
that
Wait,
was insane.
I
that
mean, they had
statement.
like 6-year-olds being like, on my honor, I will try to serve God and my country. Like, what?
What are you
We're
serving?
eating brownies. Serve your country. Get another scoop of ice cream, bitch. No.
I would choose basketball.
Really?
I think basketball is hot.
Basketball is
Like you have to
hot.
have so much swag to play basketball. I love
And, like
sitting
in
courtside.
college, I feel like you had to be cool
Mhm.
to get invited to the basketball house.
That's yeah. I mean but also basketball guys were fewer. There was only like 20 of them. Where like
Mhm.
football, there was like 400 of them. Like everyone was
Yeah.
fucking a football guy.
Mhm.
Where the basketball team, and you also see all their faces.
Yeah.
So like they were very known.
I remember one freshman year. Freshman year, I did love this one basketball player, and it traumatized me. And then I could never date another basketball player.
What happened?
He just like didn't know I existed
So did you date him?
for like a minute,
Yeah.
and then it was really sad. And then I was like,
But
I'm in
that's the kind of shit that
college.
fucks you up the most.
no, that like fucks you up. Because also, if you think about it, the age difference in college
Mhm.
actually is wild.
Mhm.
A freshman in college hanging out with a senior in college,
It's crazy.
that's crazy.
Well,
That's
and it's-
crazy.
and
You
that's
have
why
nothing in common, really.
also like for all the girls in college, like do not trust any of these men.
No.
Like as an 18-year-old girl, you should not be around these wild, and they're so fucking horny
No,
and
they're so
weird.
feral.
And you are such a perfect angel at 18.
No, 18, and some of them are like, and if they play a sport, they could be like 20 fucking 3.
Yeah,
and
they're
you're
yeah, because they're like
and you
super
have
seniors.
No idea.
And you're just like you barely kissed a guy, and you're just
Yeah.
like, and then there's
you're worried about your fake ID. It's like it's a whole
so
thing.
like, just like stay away from like boys.
yeah.
So anyway, actually I had this one basketball player and I like we got along really well, and I think he would occasionally be like, "Are we?"
Mm.
And once I was out with him, and he gave me his coat.
Mhm.
I think I told this story, and then
Yeah.
he was like, "Can I have it back?"
Yeah.
And that was a low point in my life. But then once we like, he was like, "Can we stop at my place?" And we were like walking to a bar, and I was like, "Sure." And we went in. He's like, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom." Came out just wearing his boxers, and it was like really cold out,
What?
so I was wearing like layers, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Sorry." Goes back in, puts his
No.
clothes on, comes out, and we just like continue the night.
What? That is so weird.
Well, we were like very close friends, and like he was like 6'7", like we had a good personality.
So in his head in the bathroom, he's like, you know what I might do is go out with no pants on and see if she's down.
also,
what
like-
did he think that you were gonna be like? Oh my
That
god,
was-
cool boxer!
like run onto him.
yeah, like girls are just like you were like, what's going on?
But then we ended up months later like hooking up, and he was the first uncircumcised dick I saw,
Oh,
and it was really funny.
and that's a moment.
that
people don't
will
talk
change you.
about it.
That will change you, because in the flesh, it
No
is
pun intended.
it is an anteater.
And you don't know it until sometimes you're done, and you're like, what?
Depends how drunk you are. Yeah.
I'll never forget one time my girlfriend at the time, she had like slept with some guy, and she was telling me about it, and she was like, and he was uncircumcised. And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like, was he European? She was like, no, he's from Florida. And I was like, that's crazy. Like,
No, this guy was
that's
so
insane.
he
Like,
was from Minnesota. There was no reason.
yeah, I'm like, where could you even find that guy? The next night, I'm not kidding. 24 hours later, I sleep with this guy. I'm literally getting up, putting my clothes on, and I'm like, wait a minute. And I literally run to my friend, and
Wait.
I'm like, you'll have no idea what just happened to me.
Post-sex uncircumcised guys, it's a turtleneck.
Yeah, and you're not ready. You're not expecting it.
This is because I was good friends with him, and I'm a inquisitive young lady.
Mhm.
I
You're asking the
I
questions.
paused. I said, how do we work with this? What is there something that I need
Is
to
there
know
a formula?
before I dive in? What do
Right.
I need to? I remember like and he looked at me and he was like, "It's just like any other penis." And I said, and that's where I'm gonna have to disagree.
Somebody's standing in front of me saying, "It's just like any other penis." I'm filing a police report. I'm literally speed
He goes,
dialing
treat
my
it
lawyer.
like any other penis. And I go, if you have to say that, I feel like there's something wrong. And I go, oh, I'll just go along my usual business.
You're like, well, thank you. That's what I was gonna do. I was actually and first on the checklist. Yep, let's get to it. No,
And
that's insane.
Well, let's go back to our regular schedule programming.
All before like having sex. You're like, he's like, well, here's the thing. You can treat it just like the other ones.
But
No,
that's the thing. Like when you're
insane.
trying to give bad hand jobs, like it's different. But what I've learned is one, it's a little barbaric that we just like cut the skin off of.
Yeah, what I don't know the background of
Some
it.
people say it prevents disease. It hasn't truly been
Mm.
proven, and that guys who do have the skin still on actually have better blowjobs because they have more sensory
More nerves.
nerves.
Mm.
Why did I
Okay,
look
well,
at Chris when I said
good
that?
for-
That
good
was
for
so
them.
weird. I said nerves. So
Yeah,
we live
I
and
guess
we
it's
learn.
a personal preference.
Now that we're talking about college hookup stories, college hookups were so much fun with the chase. Like I loved, I was obsessed with getting crushes, and I like to do it from afar. I didn't like to meet the guy. I like to be like, look at the roster on like the track team and be like, that sprinter is hot.
Yeah.
Let's see if we run into him at the
Right.
study hall.
No, that's like a fun game.
Oh, I love that game. And then like 3 weeks later, when we're suddenly talking, it's like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
I've been
I would do it
tracking
at
you."
schools that were not mine, so that made it a little sticky, you know, because I'm like, I don't have a key card. But I need to be in that library
She doesn't even go.
immediately.
She doesn't even go here.
You know, I'm like running across the quad. They're like, she's not a student.
Security's chasing you.
I'm like, guys, come on.
But this one track guy, so many times would happen. Like I would get such a big crush, and then I start talking to him, and I'd be like, I didn't see that for you. Like I didn't see
You're
that.
like, oh wow, we don't have anything in
But
common.
it's like sometimes their energies can be so bad.
Yeah.
And I remember something was just off about him, but I was like, no, we've committed 3 weeks to this. He has really nice blue eyes. And we started hooking up, and he got, when they get weird.
Yeah.
You start hooking up. I hate when guys start hooking up and they become like different.
Mm-hmm.
You know when they get this like crazy eye and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're just like, ugh.
Oh my god. I'm actually like I'm agreeing, but I'm frightened for you.
Have you ever had that where like you're like they just turn into like, and this is me now?
Oh, like whilst having sex?
Yeah, like once they
Yeah.
start the hookup,
No,
we're like,
one time
they're a normal guy, like they're like chilling, then they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. One time I had a guy that really loved biting his own bottom lip, and I was like, it's not gonna work for me. It's not gonna work for me. And it was a full performance that was being had in front of me, and I was like, I literally felt like I was looking behind me. I was like, who are you doing this for? Is there a camera?
Like Kevin James and Hitch, just like
Yeah, like I'm like, this is not a burlesque show. We're in the Lower East Side.
No, it's like a dad at a wedding. I don't
Yeah.
like that at all. No, I don't like when their mannerisms change and like suddenly they have like a different eye, like a villain in a movie. And
Yeah.
and
No,
it's-
I don't like when men are too into sex.
that's an ick.
Yeah. It's like
that is such an ick.
don't
Don't-
be too
don't-
into it.
Yeah, don't act like you've been there before.
Yeah, don't like just be happy to be involved. Like,
Jerk off before the date.
yeah. Yeah.
Keep looking at me.
I don't know.
Every advice to men, we want you to write it down and live by it.
Write that down. So this track guy got like veins in his head. Like it was like fuck like
I have a question because you were a college athlete.
yeah.
When athletes would be like, I can't come before a game,
That was what I
is
was
that
about
true?
That was literally what I was about to say. So he's like, I'm being all crazy, and I was like, what's going on? Like, are you
Yeah.
okay? And he was like, I haven't jerked off in like 5 weeks
Oh my God.
because it's bad for my track. And I
Were
was
you
like,
let it out.
I literally was like, you have a loaded gun in my apartment right now. You came in here.
How dare you come here juiced up?
Juice the fuck up. You came in here with a fucking machine gun.
We have candles lit. Read the room.
This is a place of peace
A
and
safe
tranquility
space.
and a safe space that you just came in with that fucked up energy.
Yeah.
And he's like, sorry, I haven't jerked off in a while. And I was just like, oh my, this is a you problem.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be a part of this like weird philosophy. And then I guess we like hooked, but again, you're just like, this is like,
You're
this is
just turned off.
It was so turned off and also like weird. And then I remember he woke up and he was like,
All
I
sweaty.
have to go duck hunting.
No. Goodbye. See ya.
First, I was like, "You gonna kill a duck? Why would you kill a duck? You just killed all my future babies."
Have you ever had duck? Like eaten duck?
I do
It's
like
very
a peking
good.
duck. Peking Duck House in Chinatown slaps.
But not when your boyfriend kills it.
No. And that was a Brooklyn, Wisconsin culture shock. Like the guys would duck hunt and they'd
Oh.
ice fish. Two things that are derogatory.
No, ice fishing is.
That seems like something that
No.
the Olympics would do. It's giving breakdancing.
No, ice fishing is just. I don't see one joy in it. Ice? No. Fishing? No. Why would you put them together? No, that's insane.
Also
Cold,
unsafe. Truly unsafe.
I will say, like, you know, when people are like, "Oh, I thought we were gonna run into like quicksand more." I thought I was gonna run into thinner ice more. Like, I thought I was gonna have to go on my stomach at least once in my life and evenly distribute my weight
This is fucked up, but I really thought I would have to stop, drop, and roll
more often.
at least
At
once.
once,
At
at
least
least once. You know, I actually saw someone stop, drop, and roll once. They were on fire.
When did this happen?
A couple summers ago, a guy was at a restaurant and a candle like lit his like shirt on fire, and he was on fire, and I was honestly in shock. And
Where was this? Applebee's?
That like a restaurant in the Hamptons, and he stopped, dropped, and he rolled. And I was like, you know, I didn't know if they were being serious about that, but I guess they were.
That's crazy because that's the last thing I would do if I was on fire.
Same. I think I would be like
I would
running
come up with a
around.
fucking dance move and be like, and 8, 5, 6,
I feel
7,
like
8.
it would be like if someone was like, "There's a spider on you." I'd be like, "Get it off!
Get it off.
Get the fire off!"
I would, I would chuck myself.
Yeah, but no, he stopped, dropped, and rolled, and he was fine.
And he was fine. He just went about
Walked
his,
it off, and it just continued. I mean,
said-
it was
he
crazy.
said- do what you normally do.
Do what you would do with any other penis. I'm gonna start saying that like a lot. Well, just do what you would do with any other penis. We need to do that TikTok where it's like things we say when, but like I can never think of them in the moment.
No, we have to. I feel like Giggling Squad, we have so many and it's
So
easy.
many.
It'll be so easy. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for giggling with us. Sorry we just got to one question.
Did we? What was it?
what athlete would you hook up with? I literally came with so many questions.
What athlete would we hook up with? Oh, it was just sport. They didn't want specifics.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
do you want to give specifics?
I'm just trying to think if I have any specifics.
Matteo Berrettini.
Oh, I think he's so good looking. Jimmy Garoppolo is always at the top of my list. I think that's it, really. Or any other athletes I've seen recently that I'm like,
Because this is a sports podcast, real
Yeah.
quick. If you're in New York City, it's the qualifying week of the US Open. Go. I don't know if this comes out. Basically, in the future, the qualifying, is it going to, I don't know. I don't know what week
just
we're
do
in.
what you would do to any other
Do-
penis. I wish we could put that on a shirt, but Nana would and my mom would scream. Just
But anyway, it's free
what
and
you
it's
do.
really fun, and you go and you see everyone practice. That's like the best time actually to go than like paying for expensive tickets. Anyway, speaking of tickets, you guys sold out Radio City basically in pre-sale,
No,
which
that's
is
insane.
But we knew
I feel like we have to do a kick.
we
like
knew
a
the New
rocket.
York City girls
Yeah.
were gonna come
I
through,
know.
and you know what? We're adding another fucking show. And even ask you, should we add another show?
We're
We're
have
adding
to.
another show.
Well, I think it's because we have to because all the New York City girls were like, "Really, guys? You're not coming to fucking
I
Long
love when they
Island?"
bully
Or
us.
No, that we were getting fully bullied.
They were like, you know what's fucking hilarious?
Yeah.
That we made you.
Yep.
And you
that
don't-
you're not gonna do a show
They go,
in
with
New
the greatest
York.
fucking city in the world, you don't fucking acknowledge New York. That's hilarious.
Someone was like, "Newark, New Jersey? Really?"
derogatory. So a giggler DM'd me, and I don't think I responded yet because I got like nervous and excited. She said, "My sister is a Rockette. Like, let me know if you guys want it. Should we do a video with the Rockettes?"
No, we need to meet them.
My thing is like my kick, like they're gonna be upset. Like it's gonna ruin their day. Like I can't even get above my knee.
Oh, I thought you were saying like because it was gonna be so good.
No.
I was like, yeah, I feel like you're not that flexible.
No,
No, but we need to meet them.
like I might tear an ACL.
yeah.
But it'll be funny for the content. We love you guys. Thanks for giggling with us. And sign up for our newsletter, subscribe, rate, review. Love you.